Alrighty. Stream time. I'm adjusting the volume because I'm worried about the voice to voice to desktop audio. Okay. And you know, SMDBZX is never ready, so I'm pulling up my phone. No more silly FNAF lore for SMDBZX. Time for the stream chat. The stream. The stream. God, when was the last time I watched this? And my dog's barking at something. Yeah, I heard a little yip. A little yip. No. Well, I haven't even gotten to start the video, and I might already have to get up. Yep. Damn. I haven't even gotten to eat on stream. Hold on. Give me like 30 seconds to see what she's freaking out about. Tops. Well, she's not freaking out, but happy about it. Alrighty, well, the mail person is here. Now I don't know if they're gonna do a U-turn and drop something off my door, or what. But you know, because I don't, unlike my grandfather, I didn't watch them. Deluxe in-depth mail review with us in mail. Not coming to the door. There go. It is not my problem. Okay, with that out of the way, and copyright strikes ready to attack me. Let's I mean, I put up the stream in the server, so everyone gets notifications. Yep. All right. Let's get started. Episode 3, the English subbed and voiced version this time. I remember there are people who are not happy that I didn't watch the voiced English subbed version. I believe. This might be the wrong one, actually. I guess we'll find out. I didn't actually stop to see if this is the right one, because SNDBZX is never ready. So let's find out. This is a work of a fanfic based series. Bob, that's way too fast. Alright. Okay, so we did indeed the right copy. 会場はもちろん酒から魚から全部持たせるんだから。さすがレイムだよね。前にもこういうことあった気がするぜ。で、モリアのミコがせがむもんだから、私が赤い霧の異変の話をすることになった。あの日、謎の幽霊屋敷に侵入した私は、吸血鬼フランドーレと戦闘になった。It's time for me to review my snack here. I have a Oreo 言っとくけど別に手が出なかったってわけじゃないからな。さあこれから反撃だって時に水を差したのが魔法使いパチュリーだ。The actual ice cream tastes fine, but the Oreo itself 聞けばこいつらの親玉はこの館の主 エミリア・スカーレットってやつらしい。そいつが幻想郷を征服して人間も妖怪も支配するとか言い出して赤い霧で空を覆い尽くすときたもんだ。
Now she also mentioned no one will be joining me for this stream.
そんなのこの私が黙って見過ごすわけがない。
I love my dog.
だがパチュリーは大口叩くだけあって魔法の腕は半端じゃなかった。
Anyway,
私は絶対絶命のピンチに陥った。
now that my dog is done yapping. Oh. Was this in the last episode? I don't remember. Watch this intro. Ah, blah, 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 blah. I was going to show that intro, but you know. Okay, the intro is going over the events of subterranean autism. In case anyone is wondering, maybe it looks better for you. I can't bring this to a higher quality. Okay, I do have a complaint. And by the way, this isn't just going to be me this is going to be me reacting like with my thoughts and explaining things while I eat an ice cream sandwich that's trying to fall apart on me. Now, I had this issue in the last episode, and it was less so the first episode, but it was something that I did bring up. So we had not 7.5. We had Touhou 7 in the first episode. And then after that, we had the events of Touhou 10 and 11. I think it was 10, 11. No, it was 11 and 12. Wait, is Mountain of Faith 11 or 12? Yeah. Subterranean autism, and yes, I'm aware it's not actually autism, but I'm hilarious. And Mountain of Faith happened in the intro of episode 2. And then once again, we get more shit from Subterranean autism and the intro of an episode that takes place in Touhou 7. Like, huh? What? What? I don't understand. What did they think they were cooking in the 2010s? I mean, I didn't even know what Touhou was when this came out, so I don't know. Maybe this was hip in the Touhou community. Get the hell away from me, cat. But like, I don't know. This just doesn't make any sense to me. Like, okay, like maybe if they went over the PC 98 crap in the intro and started at Touhou 6, alright. You know, I guess that kind of makes sense, right? You're going over what you already skipped in the intro. Sure. Maybe I can understand that. But this is just... I get it. Sexy maid Dio is really poggers and stuff, but like... I don't know. I don't know. I guess people really want that lolly vampire feet sweat. I guess. I don't know. I don't know if I can show this. Um, Well, the video hasn't been taken down, so I think I'll be okay. Maybe. Love, love, help me, help me make decisions. Baby boy needs help. I'm not sure if I should be covering the screen right now because it's a hot tub. I don't know what to do. I mean, the video hasn't been taken down, so I think I'll be okay. I think I'll be fine, but I don't know. I don't know, Raggy. Am I in the first 3 minutes? I'm in the... no, I'm not in the first 3 minutes. I am 3 minutes and 38 seconds. Part of the stream was my dog barking and, me staring out the window. I also stopped to, talk about my thoughts on the intro. Because it's still doing things in really confusing order. Hi, DJ. Alright, a hot tub scene with Fox Mommy and Mommy. Here we go. Oh, I don't get demonetized.
レミリアの異変に匹敵するものでしたね。あの異変の件も十分成功したと思ってるわよ。ありがとうございます。いい月ね。大元の原因を作った守谷神社の二柱の活動は今後も注意する必要がありそうです。妖怪ですもの。異変を起こしてこそよ。せいぜい今後も暴れてほしいものね。妖怪の山を工業化しようなどと企んでいるようですし、そちらの方向でも要注意かと。
I'm so distracted right now.
また、これで往来が可能になった地底から今後また有望な妖怪が出現しないとも限りません。こちらも情報を収集していく考えです。頼りにしてるわ、ラン。今はゆっくり体を休めてちょうだい。明日からまた頑張ってもらわないといけないわけだしね。ゆかり様は今回の白霊の巫女を少々買いかぶりすぎでは。何を言い出すかと思ったら、私は霊夢に可能性を見ているだけよ。可能性ですか。ひょっとするとゆかり様の目的は夢か。あれ、チェンの式落ちちゃってるんじゃないの？
Poor Chen.
チェン、大丈夫か？今式を打ち直してやるから。チェンもまだまだね。
Poor Chen.
さあ、あちらはどうなったかしら。
My thoughts? No, I do have Fumo.
マリサさん、死んじゃったんですか？なわけないでしょ。今そこで講釈垂れてるのは誰なのよ。だって。
This is true. They're writing Sonic is
長い
kind
便
of
所
dumb
だったな。
here.
っていうか、レームはあの時何やってたんだよ。ああ、そこのメイドが知ってるで
Wasn't
し
that
ょ。
made there too? Ah, yeah, sexy
館に
DM.
来るまでのことくらいは話してほしいんだけど。ああ、別に普通にまっすぐ行っただけよ。まあ、そういえば途中で妖怪に会ったかな。
Did meet some yokai on the way, and we did what Reimu does. Okay, we're gonna pause there. So once again, we're gonna be pausing a lot and giving my thoughts and reaction here. But since Love brought it up, and also because I gotta put my plate away, give me like 10 seconds. Anywho, since Love brought it up, I do have my Yukari and Ransa waffles. What are you doing? What do you think you're doing? Explain yourself. I am trying to do a thing, and you think you can just waltz on over here, steal my chair in the 10 seconds I get up. Really think this is how this is gonna go. Now, I don't want to seem like a cat abuser, with live evidence. But cat, if you do not get up and move in 5 seconds, I shall sit on you. Okay? Come on. Out of my chair. Don't bite me. Don't bite me. Get out of my chair. Okay, fine. I'm sitting on you. Gonna sit on my cat. I'm sitting on him. Oh, there he goes. Alright. So now that my cat has decided to leave my chair, and I have my two Fumo with me, my Yukari and Ran-sama Fumo. Let me quickly discuss my thoughts here. And not the sexy kind, though I suppose I would prefer honest women to thoughts. All women are queens. All that. As much as I really like sexy time with cats are adorable adorable catastrophe. Yeah. As much as I love mommy, and I mean mommy, mommy, I mean you call mommy. Okay, there's your daily mommy bit. Let's get it out of the way now. You know how it is. We got to get that S&D was the X mommy stutter meme every time. It's the selling point of S&D was the X Productions. I should honestly just put it on my banner. But as I was saying, as much as I love sexy hot springtime with mommy and Fox mommy, and then of course watching Chen struggle to swim. poor Chen. I feel bad for Chen. And then we get the debut of everyone up to Subterranean Autism and Mountain of Faith. I honestly just wish they picked up where they ended last time. Right? Because they spend like half of last episode after Touhou 12. And then the intro of this one and episode 2, they're showing off shit from Subterranean Autism. And then we get to this episode. We're 6.5 minutes in, and we're finally picking up somewhat. We're somewhat picking up of where we were in last episode. Like, so like I feel like they like adapted all of Touhou 6, and then they were like, hey, we don't have enough runtime. Let's just animate all these extra filler scenes to extend it. Now, don't get me wrong, I don't hate the filler scenes. The Sanu is adorable. Snakes go and frogs go lem 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 and all that. But the Sanu does not come in for another like 6 games. You're trying to explain to me Touhou 6, but instead you're not. Now, my other somewhat argument, and I say somewhat because I'm not sure how to feel about this take, but it is a take that I thought of, is I'm going to take David, for example. David, he's played Touhou Tower Defense. He's played 7.5 for like 5 minutes. And then he's heard me ramble. Okay? So, part of me having him watch the Touhou anime was to kind of... fan anime. I do need to clarify. It's a fan anime, obviously. Is to find a medium to introduce him into the series. Now, fan content is not how you should introduce people into a series. However, it's also how a lot of people get into series. For example, Super Robot Wars. I played Super Robot Wars V, and I don't know 90% of the anime that was in that game. But I thought a lot of them were really cool. So I have them bookmarked. The Wikipedia pages I have bookmarked. You know, so that later I can look them up and watch them. And, like, when you make a fan project, or hell, even just art, you know, you're introducing people, right? I got into Touhou through fan fiction. Like, I got into it through a friend's fanfic. So, if you were trying to get your friend into Touhou, or you wanted to, like, introduce them through a fan anime, you know, Memory of Phantasm has a lot of fanon, so it's not the smartest choice, but, you know, you can just kind of correct them. They would have no idea what the fuck is going on, because, you know, you keep cutting to all of these characters who haven't been introduced yet. It's appropriate in Touhou's case, as a lot of fanon can also be canon. Yeah, that's another thing. I mean, hell, Daiose, her name literally is fan-made. Zune himself has referred to her as Daiose because he had no other name for her. He only knew her, people only know her by the fan name, Daiose. So that's just my side, like, I guess, rant. I guess. I'm about to go beat my dog's ass. For real. Dog abuse with SNDPCX. Let's continue. Aya would disapprove. Whoa, hey. Is it just me, or did we get a huge audio quality decrease here? Hold on. Give me... It's not just me, is it? Like, I feel like this section just had an audio, like, decrease, like a budget decrease. Right? It's not just me. This anime has moments where the audio quality gets worse. Well, I gotta subtract that from the point. Honestly, so far, like, the most I can give this so far, at least as I'm watching it, if I were to rate it out of 10, the most I could give it so far is a 7. Because when it's good, it's really good, but, like, I have a lot of shit I can complain about, and random audio decreases, random audio quality, getting worse, that is like, how does that even get on the disc? That's like, that is video editing 101. That's kind of bad. I also wish it was higher than 360p, but I can't be mad at them at the time. That was the audio. That was the audio quality at the time. Really is the definition of bringing a sword to a gunplay. Failing really did just bring a knife to him. It's me for real. You know, to this day, I still haven't gotten the answer to ravioli. What's in the patchioli?
私だけ一人。お姉様たち、いつも私を仲間外れにして。
The next pause I'll do is when it goes to edit or a huge scene change. Yo, that was a really good transition. Is that a fucking JoJo's reference?
あんた、人間？平等とは手の込んだことをしますね。平等？なんでもいいわ。あんたのご主人様を出しなさい。あの赤い霧、迷惑だからやめてほしいのよ。お嬢様はお会いになりません。代わって私がおもてなしするよう申し付かって邪魔するなら妖怪だろうと人間だろうと対峙するまでよ。
ザワンダ。
無駄よ。
Okay, well, I said I'd stop whenever it came to here. So that, you know, ignoring my joke of Sakuya being a big JoJo's reference aside, by the way, to add on to this, you know, Sakuya being a JoJo reference, which isn't entirely true, but I'm not gonna get into that. High School DxD, the maid in that show, uncanny similarity to Sakuya. Does that make the maid from DxD a JoJo's reference by being a reference to Sakuya, who is debated to be a JoJo's reference? some real mindfuckery inception right there. What I was gonna say though is as Nepchi Gaming now. My bad. I've been saying Nepchi. Excuse me. Apologies for not saying your full legal name, Nepchi. But so Flandre is a very interesting character in the just call me Nepchi. Whatever you wish, Mr. Gaming. But Flandre is an interesting character in the fandom because Flandre's personality really like swings around. Because the little we do know about her is that, like, concretely know, is that A, she has been locked in the basement for a long time. She's 495 years old. She has the ability to destroy anything by squeezing her right hand. She's a vampire. But, you know, ignoring that, just go into her personality, because I can probably make that list go pretty long. Is that she seems rather lonely. Or more so insane. Because, as I said, she's been locked in a basement for who knows how long. She's 495 years old. And every time we see her, she's kind of fucking fat shit. Like, she's not evil, but she also, like, she wants to fight and does not give a shit if she kills you. if I'm remembering the lore for 17.5, the whole reason she agrees to help solve the incident is because she wants to destroy what was considered to be undestroyable. And that is it. Because of this, though, and because of her lack of appearances, despite Flandre being one of the most popular characters in Touhou, I feel like you could make the argument she is the most popular Touhou character. Though, if I remember correctly, there's actually a Touhou popularity poll, so I'll have to look into that. But she only appears in 2 games, and I think 1 manga, where she explains that she could bust out whenever she wanted. Like, she just straight up tells Sakuya, oh, I could get out of here whenever I wanted. If you watch Ben 10, it's very similar to the scene where, in the movie, the Generator X crossover, where he's like, huh, you're not holding me. I was just waiting to see if I can help. And he just fucking escapes. God, I love that crossover. But, probably the best thing to come out of Alien, Ultimate Alien. But as I was saying, that manga probably came out after this. So, I'm going to go on a, I'm going to give it some slack and say that came out after this, because I'm not sure. So, the only thing you know about her is that she is mentally a child, and who is very battle hungry, or that's how she seems. She wants to play, and her version of playing is basically fighting. It's very hard to nail her character down. Does she act like an actual child? Right? Is she childish due to her not really understanding the world and the fact that she can't just go ape shit with Lavender? So I'm gonna beat you up. Yeah, Touhou. Yeah, I mean, to be fair, Reimu's whole gimmick is, oh, there's an incident, sees any yokai, get the fuck over here. I'll just beat the shit out of every yokai I see until the incident's solved. Basically Reimu's solution. But Flandre, in my fiction, I wrote her as she's very childish in the sense that her mood can swing between throwing a tantrum and not. But then she's also has that very battle hungry kind of masochistic side. And in Memory of Phantasm here, they're basically saying that, from what I'm understanding at least, that she has trauma / depression. They're not outright saying it, but she's showing signs of neglect, which is a form of trauma for children. And we don't know their parents, so who knows what happened to them, right? Probably dead. So I like to see that story fleshed out in a manga or a novel. But longer rant short, it's Flandre is the most back and forth character. She's written in so many different fucking ways. That you really can't say what her personality is aside from, I want to fight and make things go boom. That's all you could really say about Flandre, because the rest of the fandom doesn't know how to fucking write her. I think this is a fair interpretation, though. Her being locked in the basement the whole time because of her destructive tendencies. It's actually pretty well written when you think about it. Remilia locks Flandre in the basement to stop her destructive tendencies. But what Remilia does not realize is that by trying to ignore the problem, she is making it worse, because she is slowly making Flandre more unstable and depressed. And then this will go on to backfire, probably. So, hopefully we get a little bit of character development this episode. That's been my rant. You know, if anyone wants to comment on that thought, you know, we can pause and I can read the comment there. But let's continue. I think I pressed the wrong button. Yep, that's the M button. Andre, no. Ron-sama, your tails are in my way. I can't.
What did I tell you? Marissa's me for real, for real. お前は本当に蚊帳の外らしいな。で、続きはどうする？やらないのか？じゃ、レームを待ってレミリアってやつを退治しに行くか。お前、さっきから何うじうじしてんだ？だいたい家が退屈だったら外に遊びに行きゃいいだろ。あっさ、お前の人生だ。好きにするさ。マリサ、パチュリーは怖くなかったの？怖いとか怖くないとかじゃないだろ。他人に指図されないで自分の思うように生きようと思ったら戦わなきゃダメなんだぜ。あんた手品師に転職しない？人間の里でやったら当たるわよ。私人間のところで面白い冗談ね。もう終わりにしましょう。人間から恐れられ意味嫌われてきたこの力本気で震えば
Sakuya has, like, all of Sakuya's themes are fucking amazing.
あなたは何も理解できぬのに死ぬ。私を理解できるのはお嬢様だけ。解除。
And Raymond went to luckily she has that green mushroom on it. Nani?
やっとかかった。幻想郷じゃあんたみたいなのは別に珍しくないの。この先こっちでやっていくつもりならこれ以上私に面倒かけないことね。
I need some clarification for Raymond's line. Rasengan! Honestly, tell me that's just not Raymond's version of Rasengan.
そこで一体何をしているの？お姉様、私、お姉様をやっつけて外に出るわ。フラン、部屋でおとなしくしていなさいって言ったでしょ。今はそれどころじゃないの。それにそのネズミは何？お前がレミリアだな。私は霧雨マリサ。
Ah, shit, she pointed her thumb at herself. Oh no. We all know what happened last time she did that. Seven deer. Take a listen to the outro before I give my final thoughts for episode 3. One thing I have Mommy, what are you doing here? You weren't in Touhou 6. Back you go. Okay. Oh, wait, no, never mind. We're gonna skip that. So I'm gonna pause less on the next episode unless it's something I find she's here, she's there, she's everywhere. Who you gonna call? Second friend Fredbear. Sorry, I read that and it came to my mind. The old game theory bit, if you know, you know. You know what episode that's from if you're a real one. Anyway. So I'm gonna call Reimu's bullshit. You know, I'm calling Reimu's bullshit because there is no other character with time manipulation abilities. There's no other character with time manipulation abilities aside from Pain. I think that's how you say her name, the history girl. And even then, her abilities are completely fucking different than Sakuya's. So, Reimu, that is some bullshit. You've never met anyone with Sakuya's powers. Stop fucking capping. Though I'm not well diverse on the PC98 lore, so maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'm wrong. I mean, theoretically speaking, if Reimu can float out of anything with her ability, she could just float out of frozen time. Theoretically speaking. But again, that's another one of those no one fights seriously against Sokyo, so it's impossible to know. Anyway. And theoretically, Reimu's unkillable. Can't fucking touch her. Yeah, I mean, aside from that, talking about the episode as a whole, though, I do gotta say, I think I can see some favoritism here. Just going off of the amount of images I see and how often I see these characters in fan works, I would say the popularity of all the characters in this and Touhou 6, the fairies would be at the bottom, other than Kyorno, but Kyorno makes a lot of appearances through this. So, but Mei-Ling and Patchouli are on the lower end, and Patchouli is still fairly popular, but I feel like Mei-Ling is not. Mei-Ling kind of gets brushed aside in this episode. whereas Sakuya and everyone else got a little bit of screen time. Pacholi was still in the lower end, but she still got a good bit of screen time. Probably more people like Sakuya and Gensokyo with time manipulation, slowing down and making it faster, have abilities Reimu or other Shrine Maidens have seen. I mean, maybe, but it's one of those things that like we can't really prove. Like you really can't say until it's proven otherwise. Right. But anyway, I feel like the popularity Remelia just got introduced, so give her some slack. It seems like for the Scarlet Devil 6 Scarlet Devil incident, they're really focusing on Flandre. I don't know. I feel like they gave more love to Sakuya in this episode than any other character, other than the vampires. One of the complaints I've heard about this anime is that along with using fanon, a lot of fanon, but which kind of have to with Touhou to fill in the gaps. That fanon also leads them to make executive decisions or show some characters more love than others. If I'm remembering correctly, if a certain complaint, Daiose gets a lot of screen time in this anime for no reason. She's a nameless side boss. She's more of a side character than any other side character I know. We're gonna move on to the next episode.
指定の異変を解決した私たちだが、その解決祝いの宴会で私は赤い霧の異変の時の話をすることになった。あの日、謎の幽霊屋敷で私は吸血鬼フランドールと出会った。こいつがなかなか凶暴で強力な妖怪なんだが、姉レミリアの命令でずっと閉じ込められていたらしい。レミリアが赤い霧の異変を起こしたのはちょうどそんな時だ。しかも魔法使いパチュリーが首を突っ込んできたりして、さすがの私もちょっと手間取った。一方でレムも珍しくすぐに館に駆けつけて、門番のメイリンや従者の咲夜と戦ってたんだな。特に咲夜、こいつは人間のくせに吸血鬼レミリアに使えている物好きなんだが、時間を止める能力がある強敵で、私はその場に居合わせなかったが随分と激戦だったらしい。が、そこはレム。結局は咲夜もレイムにかかって退治されたって話だ。私の方も当たり前だがパチュリーはきっちり退治したぜ。で、フランにもカツを入れてやったらやる気になったみたいで、レミリアのところへ2人して乗り込むことになった。フランドールは堂々たる宣言をしたぜ。お姉様を倒して外へ出るってな。さて、ここからが山場だぜ。
Here comes the cliffhanger. I do want to say actually, that I think I understand. I just came up with another problem to me. And I think it's part of the reason this anime has so many pacing issues. And that problem is I don't think they planned on making an episode past the first one. Like, I think they made the cliffhanger in case they decided to continue, but it wasn't made in decision. So, think about it, okay? This is called Memory of Phantasm, okay? When are phantasms introduced? Touhou 7. What is the first episode that this takes place in? Touhou 7. Yomu is literally a half phantom. That is her legal yokai species. Okay. And Like, if they had, this everything just seems so rushed. If you think about it, if you were to uh cut out all the filler for the first episode, and that's probably going to be in this episode, because also cut out the next times and the if you were to try to make this a movie, it'd probably only be like half an hour to 45 minutes long, which that's like 2 anime episodes. And now a movie is normally like an hour and a half, right? But that's a movie, different. I just feel like this is a example of being too ambitious. And if I remember correctly, they're struggling with funding. If I recall correctly. But like, if, for example, if instead of releasing all of these episodes, probably multiple months apart at that, if they just decided to make one movie on Touhou 6, Embodiment of Scarlet Devil, the pacing would probably be solved for the most part, assuming they remove all that filler things with everything past Touhou 12 and all that. The pacing would be better. All the characters would have better, better like development. The fight scenes would be better, because while they look pretty, the fights themselves in this are kind of ass. Like, they all end in like a couple minutes, like a 2 or 3 minutes. Maybe that's just the Dragon Ball / Shonen anime fan inside of me, but that just seems kind of like upsetting, I guess. Like Flandre would probably have better development, even though she's the most developed character so far in this anime. But yeah, like 100%, I feel like they did not plan this out at all. And I definitely gotta, like, I plan on making a review of Touhou of Memory of Phantasm, but we'll see. That's just something I kind of wanted to talk about real quick and like get out there. Like, as someone who makes Minecraft roleplays, which I know very different from this, but just let me spit here, let me cook. I do all the storyboarding, because David's not only a lazy piece of shit, but he's also a dumbass. And one of the things that I like to do when I'm making my Minecraft RPs is I like to leave the first episode ambiguous. Or if we end on the first, quote, season, I like to leave it to where things could continue. So, example, Memory of Phantasms did an example. At the end of the first episode, we see Sane. It doesn't just end with the giant-ass party. It ends with, showing off Sane and Yukari and Ran. You're like, ooh, what's going on? Who's Green Rainbow? But yeah, definitely I don't know. I had mixed expectations for this, but if I had to be honest, so far my expectations for my expectations that have been met are definitely the lower ones. I mean, there are things I can give excuses for, like, the low quality of the video. It's old. 2012, 2013, whenever this came out. It, probably limited budget. It's a fan-made project, so I can't expect it to be, like, Dragon Ball Z Kai or something like that, but there are other things, like, I just, you really can't, eventually you can't give them slack, right? And that's kind of my point here. I feel like this is a case of rushed development and not planning out their shit. I especially know it's kind of ironic for me, actually, because I'm known for writing everything on the edge of my seat. I don't plan out my stories. Well, okay, that's not true. I have a rough idea of how I'm going to plan my stories. But I just, like, I don't have them, like, I don't normally have them written out, if that makes sense. Interview without the vampire.
今何かおかしな言葉が聞こえたような気がするわね。私をやっつけるですって。フラン、自分が一体何を言っているのか分かっているの？そのネズミに何か吹き込まれでもしたのかしら。ネズミじゃない、霧雨マリサだ。
Stop pointing your thumb at yourself, Marissa.
スカーレット家の吸血鬼が人間ごときにそそのかされるなんて恥を知りなさい。だからお前らはなんでそんな偉そうなんだよ。
Now, why are you instigating your sister?
私、お姉様の言うことを聞いてずっといい子で我慢してきたの。
I feel like Yayo quality's gotten at the least, or gone back to what it was before. But what is the size of this door? All these characters have different heights. Lavender and a gun here.
どうやらお仕置きが必要のようね。やばい。
I have comments to make about this scene, but it's pretty at least. Ay, 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 ay. Oh, damn.
いつも私だけ仲間外れにして閉じ込めて。聞き分けのない子ね。わがままをやめなさい。
That being so, wow, that is the most hypocritical thing for Amelia to fucking say.
お姉様の言いなりにはならないわ。遅かったな、レイム。手出しは無用だぜ。これはあいつの戦いなんだ。マリサ、ここで何やってんの？っていうか何あれ？あれが異変の主犯。あっちはその妹だ。はあ？あいつが主犯を退治してくれるってわけ。まあ結果的にはそういうことになるのか？お姉様のバカ！どうした？あんたもたまには役に立つじゃないたまにじゃないだろ。
This is the fight I instigated, Reimu. Exactly.
ほら、いつの間にかこんなに大きくなっていたのね。お姉様、私のことが嫌いなんじゃないの？そんなわけないでしょ。たった一人の私の妹なのよ。お姉様、今まで過保護だったかしら。でも 全てはあなたのためなの。
This is total bullshit.
あとはミコさえ倒せば幻想郷は私たちのものになるわ。そしたら外で思いっきり遊べるわよ。私、お姉様のこと誤解してた。ごめんなさい。
Of course not. Everything I did was your safety.
お姉様、私も一緒に戦うわ。
This Revelia is just like, alright, you gaslit my sister, so I'm gonna gaslight her as well. This is total bullshit. I don't mean bullshit as in like, you know, oh, that's such terrible writing. I am gonna touch about that in a minute, but like, Revelia is talking out her ass right now. They were just trying to kill each other. She had, like, the most anime villain-ass smirk ever when her sister's like, alright, square up, bitch. And then it really was like, I bet I'll beat your ass. So, joking aside now, I'm gonna try, unless it's something I feel like it's really important to bring up, I am going to, try to pause only at these intermissions. Just to, you know, increase the speed. And I guess if for some reason you're watching this and only want to watch Memory of Phantasms, I don't know why you would, but I get it. So, yeah, this kind of goes into what I was saying earlier, where if they just made a movie instead of a series that felt rushed, this could have been so much better. Like, I'm gonna backtrack here. So, first of all, we finally get an episode where it just picks up where we left off. You know, it only took them 4 whole ass episodes, but, you know. But we get this small dialogue to start the fight. And then a flashback to explain her feelings. And then they start fighting. And I just... I don't know. Sound design, or not sound design. Choreography? I don't know how to... I don't know how to explain it on a technical level, but does it feel like they're actually fighting? If that makes sense. So, to explain on a kind of a more further detail, when they swing their swords, it feels really slow. Like, I feel like a normal person could swing a sword faster than that. And I get these are like big-ass energy weapons. Or, they look like they're made of energy. But they're also vampires with very, very strong strength. So they shouldn't have any trouble. And then we get to this, where it's like, what are, like storm, like what are you even aiming at? And they don't look like they're really trying to dodge very hard, like the way they animated the fight, it doesn't look like she's really trying. She just kind of like moves, she kind of just like leans over slightly. If you ever ask, you know, ever wonder or ever ask yourself, like when you're watching Dragon Ball or something, like why don't they just take a step over to the left? That's why. It'd be really fucking boring. And then this scene was really funny, right? But I'm gonna get to that in a minute. I'm trying to like break down the fight here. Like, what are you even doing right here? What are? Why are you T-posing? And then I don't know, like the lip movement with like the speech. I don't know how to put it. There's just something about this exchange which just doesn't feel right. Like, I can't quite put my finger on it. And then we get Remelia's total bullshit. Like, we saw just a minute ago. You know, this fucking smirk she makes. Like, there's no way, she means it. Like, again, you got to give it a little bit of slack. This isn't an official company or anything, right? This isn't like a AAA company making a really shitty AAA game. It's a fan project. So, I'm just giving criticism. I'm still enjoying it, but I can't help but point out that the animation could use a little bit of work. However, what I am going to criticize, because this is like the 4th fucking episode in a row this has happened. My headcanon is she gives into her battle crazy side, not remembering who she's fighting. Yeah, I guess. But my other problem is the fight themselves. So, she's about to start fighting, and then they stop to have a flashback, okay? So, 5:14. And then they fight for, like, 30 seconds until it cuts away. And then they fight for, like, another 20 seconds. To cut away to Reimu and them talking. Like, so 7:24, and when did they start fighting? Yeah. So this is like a 3-minute fight where most of the fight isn't even shown. Don't get me wrong. That joke was really funny. I really liked it. And I think the flashback was not poorly placed. I think it was placed well. The problem is, as I said earlier, they are compressing all of this shit into one episode. And then, the fight I can ignore the fight choreography. Because, you could be like, alright, now this is their 4th episode. They don't have it down yet. Also, no, the only other person who's used a sword so far is Yomu. And it's a completely different sword. So, alright, sure. You can just chop it down to inexperience. Fine. I can accept that. But, like, I can ignore the fight choreography. But, it is way too compressed. For what they're trying to do. Like, that joke was funny, but I think it would have been better if they just ignored the joke and focused on the fight. Or what they could have done, they could have pulled a Dragon Ball where I think it happens in Dragon Ball. It happens a couple times in anime. Right here, Not there. Right here. Right? She goes in for the grab and they make a cut. Okay? Keep that. Right? Like honestly, I could edit this to be such a better, like, so much better paced. It's not even fucking funny. Like, I genuinely think if they gave me the footage and they said, "Hey, can you remix this to a movie?" I genuinely think I could make it better than they could. Not animation wise. I mean, like, editing, like, you know, where to put scenes. All of this, you know, all these scenes at Reimu, Marissa, and you know, breaking down the door. Cut that to after this. And then afterwards, right, they stop and they realize they're hugging it out. Like, see, then you cut to here where they're hugging it out, and that's fine. That's perfect. It's just poorly paced. That's my biggest problem with the Memory of Phantasm. Honestly, I don't think it's gonna get much better. But yeah, we're gonna continue. I mean, I'm still enjoying myself, but like, if I was not a Touhou fan, which it's a Touhou fan project, but if I were to randomly put this on in front of someone, like, who actually criticizes shows, because some people will just watch anything and they're like, oh, yeah, that's fine. I don't think they'd enjoy it. Like, if I tied Love to a chair and made her watch this, I don't think she'd enjoy it. And she's a pretty critical person. But then again, we have very different tastes as well. So her favorite show is in black and white, if I recall. Yo, is my love a boomer? Old lady confirmed. Old lady confirmed. Time traveler. I don't know. But yeah, they just have way too much shit compressed into a couple episodes.
待たせたわね、白麗の巫女。幻想郷をかけて決戦といきましょう。今からやっつけてやる。
And because of how rushed and compressed it is,
なんだ、もう終わり
they're
か。
like then forgiving each other.
ことならこれもありか。
Like, see, like, even Marissa is saying it. It's over already. Like, I am literally Marissa, for real, for real. Nepchi, whenever you do your D&D campaign, let me home class as a Marissa, honestly. Because it'll be fucking lore accurate. Like, it just doesn't. 3 minutes ago, they fucking hated each other. I just. Like, I'm not actually mad. I don't understand how. You know, what were they thinking when they released that? When they released this? And again, it's because it wasn't planned. They rushed it. You know. I'm gonna, you know, in fact, you know, let me I know what to do. Hold on. We're gonna put a small pause to our Touhou reaction to because I want to show you guys. I want to show you guys something. So give me 1 minute. We're gonna pull up a clip that perfectly describes what the fuck is going on right here. Turn off my desktop audio. Make sure this is the right clip here. Oh yeah, I just remembered in my game I named Kiyotaka uncovered a monster in my bag of holding by accident. Like I popped my head in and stuff and uncovered a monster inside the bag of holding itself on a nat 20 perception check. Damn. Okay, but here you go. This clip right here perfectly describes you know, with a couple of word replacements, exactly what the fuck happened with this project.
It's hardly appropriate to start hurling generalizations.
If I may, I'll tell you the problem with the scientific power that you're using here. It didn't require any discipline to attain it. You know, you read what others had done, and you took the next step. You didn't earn the knowledge for yourselves, so you don't take any responsibility for it. You stood on the shoulders of geniuses to accomplish something as fast as you could, and before you even knew what you had, you patented it and packaged it and slapped it on a plastic lunchbox, and now you're selling it. You want to sell it. Well,
I don't think you're giving us our due credit. Our scientists have done things which nobody's ever done before.
yeah, but your scientists were so preoccupied with whether or not they could, they didn't stop to think if they should.
Exactly. There we go, by Mr. Ian Malcolm himself. Just a funny clip that just popped in the back of my head that perfectly describes this project. Too preoccupied thinking if they could, they never stopped to think if they should. I don't know. At the very least, I think that scene perfectly uncovers what happened with Mystery of Phantasm. But we're gonna get back to the reaction. I think I'm ranting too much. And I think I'm gonna stop watching MOP at Touhou 6. At least for today. Because I think the more I watch it, I think the more apparent my opinion is becoming. And as I think I've infamously said before, I personally just don't think if 6 episodes. I gotta open up the window capture again. 6 episodes is half of most animes. Okay, I am 4 episodes in. This is a third of most anime. Let me ask you: would you watch a third of One Piece to see if it's good? The answer's no. All right, so. That's a lot more episodes, but the idea still remains. Why would you watch 1/3 of something, or half of something, or 100 episodes of something, to wait until it gets good if you could just go watch something that's better? Right? There's other Touhou anime I could be watching. Because basically the only thing this has the only 2 things I could say that I genuinely like is the first episode. I don't think there were any problems with the first episode whatsoever. The music in general, except for I can't even say the music because a random audio budget decrease, and then the art style, which is something I haven't touched upon, so I guess I'll just go ahead and touch upon it. I don't know, maybe it's just a me thing. I like how sharp and round things are. Like, if you look at Ramelia's hair, like, that is a super sharp turn. Like, she has, like, simple yet detailed hair here. Like, if you look, you have a lot of, like, edges and sharp pieces here. A lot of triangles. But I don't mind that. You know, I kind of like it, actually. I really like Memory of Phantasm
幻想
style.
郷をかけて決戦といきましょう。今からやっつけてやる。
But we're gonna go ahead and finish the episode, though.
なんだ、もう終わりか。ま、自分で決めたことならこれもありか。ありがとうマリ
Oh,
さ
and
ん。
I like the characters,
さ
too.
っきの続きをしましょう。望むところだ。受けて立つぜ。あんたやっぱり余計なことしかしないわね。大丈夫だって、私とレイムが組めば敵なしだぜ。ちゃんと合わせなさいよ。改めてご挨拶するわ。私はコーマ館の主にして誇り高き吸血鬼レミリア・スカーレット、そして私の妹フランドール・スカーレットよ。私は自己紹介済みだぜ。白霊レイム。知ってるみたいだけど、白霊の巫女で妖怪退治が仕事。
I like seeing
言わなく
Flandre
て
and
もわかる
her
と思うけ
sister.
ど、あんたらの出してるあの霧迷惑だからやめてちょうだい、今すぐ。私たち吸血鬼の弱点が太陽の光だって知っているでしょ。あの霧はそれを遮るためのもの。もはや幻想郷に火は刺さない。そう、つまりこの幻想郷は我が手に落ちたも同然。白霊の巫女、お前さえ倒せば。あらそう、つまり私に退治されたいのね。そうなんじゃないかと思ったわ。さあ決戦といきましょう。白霊の巫女、勝者が手にするの
I
は
like
こ
the
の
way
幻
to do
想郷
the
すべて。
eyelashes
そんな面倒なものいらない
for
わよ。
Vermilia.
あんたらが迷惑だから退治する。
Like, everyone has
それだけよ。
kind of different eyes.
行きましょうお姉様。
Yeah, that's it. Now, this would look a lot better if it was higher than 360 feet. Master Spaku! She did the thing! She did the Touhou thing, guys.
無双封印。
Damn. Aurelia... Rimu's really pulling some Dragon Ball Z shit.
これが白霊の巫女の力。お姉様。
Aurelia, Flandre, just squeeze your fucking hand. Aurelia, use your ability to fucking manipulate fate. Like, come on. Well, Aurelia looked at the explosion, so she can't be very cool. As we all know, cool guys don't look at explosions.
異変解決おめでとうございます。ほらほら、こっち向いてくださいよ。
Technically, they are under sunlight right now.
と、これがあの事件の全貌ってわけだな。これでいろいろ納得がいったわね。私はちっとも納得してないけどな。
Wait,
私の話は私はちっとも。
Marissa got cut out of the thing. Oh, damn. I wish my VTuber model had more, facial expression. One of these days, I gotta buy a webcam. Like a face tracker, body tracker.
もう納得してないけどな。私の話は少し恥ずかしかったけど、いい話のような、そうでもないような。勉強になりました。ありがとうございます。今の話の何をどう学んだのよ。あれから想像しいやつが来るようになって迷惑してるわ。あんだけの本お前一人しか読まないなんてまさに死蔵だぜ。私が読んでやらなきゃかわいそうってもんだ。泥棒。それはパチリ様の大切なご本です。やっぱりあなたが。なんだお前も来たのか。前から思ってたんだけど、やっぱり異変が起きたらまずマリサを退治するべきよね。お前ひどいやつだな。どっちがよ。何パチェも友達ができてよかったわね。私たちの運命は幻想郷と共にある。昨夜もこっちに来てよかったでしょ。ええ、本当に。お嬢様もあれから妹様と仲良くなられましたしね。あら、私とフランは元から仲がいいわよ。
Good turns to the beginning. Bullshit.
私のプリン食べたでしょ。ああ、全然起きてこないからもういらないのかと思ったわ。お姉様はいつもそう。困ります。お仕置きが必要なようね。やめて。
I like how they took the time to add in the physics for Sane. Wait a fucking sec. Her hat blinks too? What?
お嬢様、妹様。おお、やってるやってる。本当に仲良くなられて。おかげさまでフラン様もすっかり明るくなって、居眠りしているところを見つかったらフラン様まで全力で攻撃してくるようになりました。ほんと迷惑な姉妹ね。うちの神社じゃないからいいけど。レイム、こっちいらっしゃいよ。夜な隙間妖怪。今頃来たってもうお酒残ってないわよ。お前、ゆかり様になれなれしいぞ。ゆかり様から離れろ。なれなれしいのはこいつよ。だいたいレミリアの異変だって元はといえば、お酒ならいくらでもあるよ。ついか、あんたまさかそれ飲ませて回ってるの。
those two poor Tengu.
やれやれ。怒られちゃいます。お姉様のバカ。
Okay. The ending was good. It's just I guess you know that kind of summarizes my opinion right there is what I just said. When Memory of Phantasm is not actually telling the Touhou story, I like it. You know, I genuinely enjoyed those moments when they're in the Moria Shrine just like chilling. But when they're sitting there trying to fucking actually tell you what happened, I'm just like, damn, this is kind of fucking ass. Like, I don't... Like, I mean, there really is no other way to say it. Part of me, like, part of me kind of just wants to go watch a different, you know, fan project. Another part of me is like, well, maybe it gets good when discussing Touhou 8. You know, I don't know. Drink my Dr. Pepper. I haven't drinking this much Dr. Pepper in fucking years. Lady Yuko, Lady Ran-sama, I apologize, but not even your hot tub scene can improve this for me. My deepest apologies. Head pats for both the Fumos. Okay. And Yuyuko-sama is kind of... Sorry, sama, not Yuyuko. Actually, since this is here, fun little thing, actually. I don't remember what channel is doing it / did do it. But there is a channel which does Touhou sprite animations. I can't remember which one it is, but I just remember seeing it. And it's a what if. You know, because Reimu's like, you know, hey, this red mist is bothering everyone. So, and the what if is pretty basic. How do you think how do you think Yuko felt? Or Yuka. God. Too many names. How do you think Yuka felt when the red mist covered the sun that her sunflowers were taking in? Because I imagine she was pretty pissed off. Unless she just happened to sleep through it all. And so the what if is basically, Yuka getting pissed off and going to the Scarlet Devil Mansion during Touhou 6. And, you know, that would have been nice. Playing as, Yuka Touhou 6. She was a boss character in Touhou 5, I think. I can't quite remember. Because again, I don't really know much about PC98. But yeah, so there's my I guess I have another video for Editor-san to put down. Honestly, I think this will be the final MOP stream because there's a fan game named Touhou Mother that's very good. It's Earthbound plus Touhou. Well, funny thing about that, Nebji, I have no idea what the fuck Earthbound is. I've heard about it, but I don't know what it is. But anyway, as I was saying, I think I've seen all I need to see from Memory of Phantasm. I can't say I haven't enjoyed my time, but like, there's just like, no, there's just problems. Jesus fucking Christ. Hold on. Okay, I overreacted. Yeah, so I saw I got a new comment. In the last 40 minutes, so while we were streaming, while we were sitting here watching Touhou, three people left comments on the no, 4 people, my bad. Well, technically 3, but there's four comments. On the what if SDGX was super extra prepared. Caught me off guard. But anyway, as I was saying before I got distracted, yeah, like I think I've just seen all I have to see about Memory of Phantasm. In that, you know, I could be wrong. You know, feel free to tell me if I'm wrong, but like, I think all the points I pointed out are valid. Like, I'd give it. I'll give it a 7 out of 10 if it was at like a 6.5. How about that? Because I'm conflicted between 6 and 7. A 6.5 out of 10 if we were talking about the year this came out. However, if we're talking like modern day, I think this show is a 5 at best. The quality just makes it hard to watch. Random audio change, it feels super rushed. There was that part when Romelia and Flan were fighting with gun gear and Lavendier, where like the audio for their lips just did not seem right. And then Like, it just feels the fight choreography in general just feels pretty bad. Yeah, but that's the thing. It's like, this isn't a random slice of life. If this was a slice of life anime with the Touhou characters, and they briefly like did a single scene, reminiscing of what happened in Touhou 6, I can accept it being rushed because it's a flashback. But, and this is technically a flashback, but it's a long-term flashback. Poor pacing, the animation, or not animation, fight choreography. The animation's great, but the choreography needs work. Audio issues. And then I guess pacing goes in with feeling rushed. But it's very clear they didn't go in with any planning for the series. Just and then, the low quality, the audio issues. This just has a lot of problems you really can't ignore. Like, the video quality is basically the only thing I can give this thing the benefit of doubt on. And maybe the fight choreography. Maybe the fight choreography. It's a big maybe. But yeah. I guess I'll end this stream here since we're done watching Memory of Phantasm. I don't know what I'm gonna do next. I guess I can stream again, but I don't have anyone to stream with, so I don't know what I would stream. I guess I can stream some more XCOM. Or I can actually be productive. That's something I could do too. But, I don't know. Being productive, Love would want me to do that. So, I should. Just to piss her off. But, yeah, thank you for, joining me in my Memory of Phantasms, journey. I would like to once again note that these 3 streams that I've watched have been the only time I've watched Memory of Phantasms outside of, like, seeing GIFs on Discord. So, yeah, and you're just hearing things on Reddit, like when I'm reading and looking it up. So, thank you, everyone who joined me. And yeah. Is my comment of the day.